Welcome to Road to Ownership. My name is Wes. We are living in this difficult economic time. And many people are asking themselves, what's happening in real estate? Is the market going up or is the market going down? We make these market updates to give you an idea of the condition of the real estate market in your local area. Today we're going to Marietta, Georgia. But before we go to Marietta, Georgia, I'm going to ask you for a favor. Please take 1 second and subscribe to this channel. It will be greatly appreciated. Now, as you know that Marietta, Georgia is the principal city of Cobb County. Cobb County is the third largest county in Metro Atlanta. After Fulton, then come Gwinnett, and then Cobb County. And Marietta is the principal city and also the largest city in Cobb County. So we will focus this update here predominantly on single family detached homes in Marietta, Georgia. We will not include data for condominiums and for townhomes, but just to share with you these values, the median value for a condominium in Marietta, Georgia during the third quarter of 2020 was $166,000, and the median value of a townhome in Marietta, Georgia was $275,000. So this is an update of the real estate market for the third quarter of 2020. The third quarter include the months of July, August, and September. Now, we want to touch two macroeconomic metrics that is relevant for real estate. The first one is the median mortgage rate, which was about 3% throughout the period, and also the employment rate, which was about 8% during the third quarter. We have a group of counties and cities that we cover, that we intend to cover with these market updates, and these are, I call these the Metro Atlanta submarkets. These are markets with over 50,000 people in population. These are mainly counties and some cities, as you can see in the list. We will touch on some key metrics. These are the key metrics that we will go over to give you an insight in the market. The first metric we're going to look at is the median sales price. Actually, this is divided into three different categories. The first group of metrics here, the first three, we call them demand. Actually, we call them price metrics. The second set that we call supply metrics, and the last we call demand metrics. So its price is availability of homes and availability of buyers who actually buy these homes. All right, so the median sales price. So for the third quarter of 2020, the median sales price of a single family detached home in Marietta, Georgia was $360,000. As we can see, the previous year, 2019, same period, it was $320,000. So this is an increase of 12.5%. So this is evident of increase in price year over year. The second chart we're going to take a look at here is price per square feet, and we see an increase of 6% from 133 to 141 year over year, from 2019 to 2020. The next metric, which is the last price metric we're going to cover with you, is the volume of closed sales, which is the aggregate value of all the sales during the period, and we see an increase of 28.9% year over year from 2019 to 2020. So this shows increase in price in all three of these charts. The next category here is what we call supply metrics, that shows the increase in that shows the availability of homes in the marketplace. The first one is new listings. Okay, the new listings that come during the period. We see here a decrease. Actually, it says an increase of 1.2. So this is really insignificant for new listings during the period. So year over year is plus 1.2. The next chart here is pending sales. For pending sales during the period, which these are homes that were under contract but did not actually close during the period, we have an increase of 20%. The next chart here is number of homes for sale. So this is a more important chart that tells the supply story that we noticed throughout the region here. We see a significant reduction in number of homes that was for sale during the period. It's a negative 29%, 29.4% year over year from 2019 to 2020. The next chart here, which is the last chart in this category, is number of closings. We see an increase in the number of closing. So even though we see this reduction in supply, we see an increase in the number of closings, mainly because a lot of the sales that was supposed to happen during the second quarter happened in the third quarter because of the pandemic. Because between March, April, and May, even June, folks were not certain because the coronavirus situation was so new. The next and last segment here is what we call the demand segment here, where we're looking at the activity of buyers in the marketplace. The first chart we have here is showing per listing. So this tells us how many times a house is seen by buyers when a house become available in the marketplace. So we see an increase of 75%. So last year, 2019, it was 5.7 times, but in the third quarter of 2020, it was 10 times. So that's an increase of 75%. That is significant. This shows that demand becomes pretty strong. So there are a lot of buyers still out there looking to buy. The next chart here is time on the market. So this shows how long does a house stay in the market after it becomes available in the market. How quickly does a house go under contract? And we see a decrease of 35%, which means that houses go under contract much quicker. So so in 2019 it took 20 days, but in 2020 it only took 13 days. So this shows the strength of demand. A house come out, it goes under contract in just under 2 weeks, which is a great improvement from 2019. So these are the three categories that we looked at. So the takeaway here is that price is increasing. We saw it in the first three charts, and supply is limited. And there was one chart there that shows the story of the significant reduction we see in supply during the period. And the last two charts shows that demand is still pretty strong. We still have a lot of buyers out there in the market. If a house come out, it's good condition, it goes under contract pretty quick. So it is clear that we are still in a seller's market, or we were in a seller's market during the third quarter of 2020 in Marietta, Georgia. And if you are a buyer, like I always say, if you are a buyer in this market, the incentive for you is really the low interest rate that we see. The 3% median rate is historically low. So this is the incentive for buyers. So this was an update of the real estate market for Marietta, Georgia for the third quarter of 2020. Thank you.